So this is my epic and legendary tier list. I sorted them in colors because why not? But the first three are, in my opinion, the best in this tier. So okay, first, Aeon and Orion are S tier, S+. It's very easy. Why? Because of this. Fast breaker, long range breaker, launch breaker, 50-50 strike or instant strike, fast and long range blocks, and huge damage. Tyson, you will die, and it's just because of his instant forecast and of his breaker. His other two attacks are good too, yes, but these are his main abilities he's gonna use and spam you with. Aisha, it's this, but a little bit slower, so no S+. I forgot his name. Also, but he has no launch and is a little bit slower, but he has a pretty good ultimate where he can heal a little bit and his breakers do massive amount of damage. Jacqes, he is pretty good. He lacks mobility and range, but to be honest, you always do not really chase the enemy because you corner them as in as a Jacqes, and that's pretty easy to play him. He has combos, he has the ultimate, instant, almost instant breakers, instant 50-50, no 50-50, instant strikes, and yeah. So now to very good mains. It's Ninjetti Tommy. He got nerfed, but he's still pretty good. The only thing that lags a little bit is that the players always use his middle slot very often. They always spam it like I don't know. But yeah, you can kinda win against him when you can guess him. When he has a breaker, you just use your strikes and try to bait out his block. And when he has his strike, only can have another strike or a block. I'm not talking about his assist slot. And that is where you can kinda spam him and 50-50 him. But yeah, he's just too fast. Connor, it's just because of his 4 cost breaker, long range, and it's pretty fast in launch. He has no 50-50s, but good breakers. 2 cost breaker that does a good amount of damage, and his 4 cost breaker does also a good amount of damage and has some good range too. Ninjetti Black, I think he is pretty good. He's not broken like those people. He needs a little bit more skill. And yeah, I think he is pretty good. Not overpowered. Phantom Ranger, I like him very much, to be honest. He has 2 50-50s and 1 kinda 50-50. 1 breaker that does a lot of damage. And yeah, chase potential is okay. Yeah. ranzig? I don't really know. I think he's the worst of them all. But yeah, he's legendary. I don't really understand why his one ability with the launch has so much recovery and is a 3 cost. I think it's better when you give him a 4 cost with less recovery, so his risk reward game style will be a little bit more engaging. Armor training. Yeah, she has almost everything, but her combos are just normal, okay. And what I like about her is she has some good 5 and 4 cost abilities, not like those people again who do not really have some high cost abilities, except, you know, him. I forgot his name. But after the big buff, I think he's pretty good. His abilities are fast. Now he can combo and juggle very much. A little bit too much for me, but okay, why not? However, you can still react to his breakers, and his strikes do not really do damage but are 50-50s, so it's okay. I forgot his name, Hunter or something, but he's pretty good after his buff. He has basically no recovery. That is pretty strong, because he can almost block everything and dodge everything. And yeah, for an epic, it's pretty good. Blaze, I think he is still very good after his nerf. A little bit more balanced. His almost instant strike is 5 cost, is pretty good. His breaker is also pretty good, and this is curse, so people don't spam the assist anymore. His other slot is meh. He can spam it, but it's better to just do his other moveset that do more damage and are also pretty easy to land. And Kimberly, Dragon Shield. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a little bit easy sometimes, because she will always try to use her instance 5 cost strike, but when another player can outplay the enemy and mix up her movesets, then she is actually pretty good. And of course her ultimate that does a lot of damage. What's his name again? Zordon? Yeah, I like him. Pretty balanced. 5 cost instant like Blaze. Yeah. I don't like his block. But his block is most likely to attack, that I don't like, because blocks should be there to block and not to attack. But everything else is pretty good. With his combo he can do massive amount of damage. It's really high and good. He has some instant. He has an instant for cost, and that's pretty much it. His other abilities are okay for me. My Black Lion. after his nerf, he's not that useful, but he can still use his combos that do less damage, very, very much less damage, but he is still good. He can still strike spam you, and no. Changli Ranger, yeah, her 3 cost is pretty good. Her block is very fast. Breaker is a little bit meh, but with her ability, with her ultimate, she can do massive combos. And Cam, he's super fast. Like everything, every move of his is super fast. I don't need to talk about it. And Tori, I put her in the very good mains because she is a good free-to-play epic. Most epics are not that good because they're old. But I think Tori is very good. Her shurikens, water shurikens, pretty fast. Her breakers are okay, good for damage and combos. I like her 4-cost 50-50 strikes. I love 4-cost 50-50 strikes. And yeah, maybe she could get a little super, like Tyson's, but I think she's okay. Now we have the cheap 1 instant. It's very clear. 3-cost or 4-cost instant that you probably use to spam your assist. Some are better than other, but before the nerf I wanted to put Train to a very good main, but now he doesn't have really much to offer except his block and his punch. I think he's a little bit too easy to read nowadays. Breakers do damage but are slow. His instant 3-cost launch is kinda his only good thing, and his ultimate is okay too, nothing special. Zachariah is actually pretty bad, but 3-cost instant. And Akuma, his 4 instant is okay, but his other abilities like his 5-cost breaker, it hurts very much, to be honest. But yeah, people gonna use those rangers just because they can spam the assist afterwards. Good, but one big flaw. I'm probably not gonna say very much to them. Most of them have damage or speed. They don't have both. Or they have both, but it's not very fast or not very high damage. Just like Kanda. He is fast, but not really. He has damage, but not really. But I think the best are SPD Red, I forgot his name, Jack. I forgot his name too. I know he's from Jungle Fury. And Scorpina. Yeah, Scorpina is still... She's good. She's annoying. But kinda balanced. She's good balance. She's balanced and yeah, just annoying to play against. Jack, I think he's pretty good. I would give him A-, just because he has only one breaker and no blocks, so 3 strikes, and 2 of them have basically no range. So it's kind of obvious sometimes what he's gonna use. He is pretty good, a little bit slow. People like to spam his breaker when they are on the enemy side, and makes him a little bit predictable. But all in all, he is pretty good. I like his playstyle. I forgot his name again, but I like his playstyle. His playstyle is not very good in Legacy Wars because of those people who can combo you to death, and he doesn't do that. He is more like a poke character, and I like poke characters with breakers, but he doesn't really fit in this game. Eric. He is good to spam, but his biggest problem is his quantum... actually yes, quantum breaker a little bit, yes, but his beta attack, quantum beta, I think, it's pretty trash, to be honest. It doesn't do anything. The only thing you can do is use your middle slot. Well, there's a 5-cost breaker, your strongest attack you need to waste, and a block. So now you don't have a block or your highest attack to bait out the enemy's strike, block, whatever, to use your quantum breaker that does not really damage, but give you a launch after the 3rd hit, after he jumps. Yeah, and his range is a little bit weird also. I forgot, I don't know, I didn't watch this Power Ranger series, but he's kinda like him. A little bit better in terms of poke, but worse in combos and damage. Bison is okay. He is not very, but a little bit weird to play. He has damage, but that's kinda it. Draco? He was pretty good, but now his damage can keep up with the other people, but other rangers and so on. His combos are okay, but it's just you bait the enemy with your strikes and then use your breaker. And his breaker doesn't do very much to compensate his lack of combo. Blaze is okay. His only good thing is his ultimate. Psycho Pink is... I don't really think she is very good, but yeah, you can do something with her. Better than play, I don't know, her. He's very good, but he doesn't have something to begin with. Only his 50-50. That is a 4-cost and one of his main damage abilities. Then he has only his 2-cost breaker, his 3-cost strike that everyone can hear, and that's it. But he has a okay breaker, and I think it's a pretty good ultimate. She's okay. She has almost kinda instant 3-cost stun that can be dodged, and an instant launch. And that's it. I don't want to talk about her breaker. She has almost no damage, to be honest, but is fast. She has way too much recovery on everything, but her combos are okay. Vibra. I thought to put her in very good main, but I don't know, something is missing. Her breakers are okay, and strikes too, but I think there's a little bit lack of damage, and maybe a little bit lack of combos. And because she doesn't have an ultimate that let her combo further, I think that's why she has a kinda big flaw. Because she's just the worst version of, I don't know, Orion. Correct, it's pretty clear his block is pretty garbage, and everything else is just okay. But because he's a defender, he gets block spammed very much. And that's why he isn't good. And his only damage ability is his breaker. So, I don't know her name. Gia or something? She's okay. Just okay. I've got Lorenz, I think. Lauren? She lacks some damage ability and is a little bit slow, to be honest. Oh, I forgot his name. Her name. Kira. Kira is most likely there to spam, to be honest. And her empowered abilities are not very good, just for damage and a little bit of a launch. This guy. I don't really like him, and I don't like his playstyle. That's why I'm not talking about him. Rearranger, pretty slow. Damage is okay, but pretty slow. I forgot his name. Jacqes, I think, or something. He's just okay. He's, I think, the better version of Correct, with a little bit more combos, and his damage is a little bit better spread out to his moveset, but still bad range and kinda slow. Roxy is okay. For a person with a gun, she has like no range, but you can do combos with her, but she doesn't do very much damage. Pumpkin Ripper. I think he's pretty good. The only thing that I didn't wanna put him in very good is because his model. He has bad recovery, very bad, and his block is a two-edged sword. When people try to use their strikes, it's good because he's gonna block, but when they use a breaker, then he is probably dead, because his recovery is very bad. But his breakers are kinda fast, good range, but his strikes are okay. I like him, Sky, but he's pretty bad. He's, yes, a little bit slow and don't have a 50-50 anymore. I think they should make his 4 cost launch again, but make him 5 cost, or make his other 4 cost breaker more range. Just like half screen range. Not full screen, but half screen. That would be pretty good for him. I don't like her. She likes to spam. Good damage. Speed, it's okay. And that's it. I don't want to talk about her. Shadow Ranger. He is good. He can do massive damage, but he is also a little bit slow. Just a little bit. You can react to his strikes and blocks. I did it multiple times, and that's why I think he is not that good. It's like this, but just worse, to be honest. She is okay. Breakers are okay. She can't regenerate much energy after she used her combos, because N-Ray took her launch. And people like to poke with her strikes and then use the breaker instantly afterwards. And that's why I think she's a little bit too predictable nowadays. Magnet Defender is pretty good. Good 50-50. Good hyper armor. But his 5 cost breaker, yeah. When you can't launch the enemy, you can't do anything with his 5 cost breaker. And there he is kinda predictable. I think he's a very good noob stomper. Very good players can most likely outplay him. I outplay him sometimes, but not very often, to be honest. But he's a very good noob stomper. She's not very good. She's slow and doesn't have that much damage, to be honest. Range is okay, but that's it. That's it. Kinda like her, but even worse. Zero Gold. He has damage, very good damage, but he has one problem, and it's he can't really start his combo because of his 3 cost 50-50 isn't a real 50-50. When he kicks you for the first time, afterwards he does a double kick and then you are swept or something like that. But only his second kick from this double kick sweeps you. When you pay attention, he kicks you and then he kicks you again, and there you can block him. But it's hard to do, yes, I know. But he has no range. I don't like her because she likes to spam everything. She has range, damage is okay, but she spams and I hate her. Now the Rangers you like to play, they're bad, but you kinda like them. Most likely because these are your favorite Rangers or Rangers from your favorite series. Well, I can put him up. And no, nobody likes him. Merrick, after his nerf, he is a little bit trash, but still good, and people love him. And most people don't know how his ultimate works. That's very sad. Omega Ranger. Kinda like Merrick, but worse. Not Quantum. Titanium. Slow. Bad 50-50. But he looks cool. Zero Red, I think. Pretty bad. His kick does not synergize with his breaker. His, air kick does not synergize with his breaker. And yeah, that's it. And his breaker is very slow. Launches, but you have too much recovery to do something about it. Or with it. Lauren. Kinda like him. Yes, that's it. Limbo. Slow. Damage, but very slow. Cammy. She is okay. And that's it. She's, I think, the most okay 5 out of 10 Ranger or champion, hero, like you want to call her. You can get. Well, maybe a little bit less 5 out of 10. Well, yeah, let's just say 5 out of 10. After a nerf, she is garbage, to be honest. That's it. Black Dragon has no combos and not really damage. That's it. She doesn't have anything, to be honest, except the fast strike. I like her breaker. It's very slow, but I like her breaker, to be honest. Normal Chun-Li is pretty bad. Her, I don't know what's called, I never played Street Fighter. Her fireball is pretty useless. And that's it. She is kinda very predictable. She likes to spam her breakers, that's it. She is kinda slow, has kinda not really range, and doesn't have really damage except her 4 and 5 cost strikes and breaker. But even both of them do not really do anything. Xander, he is pretty garbage. And Psycho Green needs his stacks, but because of those people, he doesn't get his stacks, to be honest. He's pretty bad too, just to combo, just for damage. That's it. He's kinda like Poke Hero, but way worse than the others. Slow, but damage. That's it. He's not very good. 99.9%. But there was one player who really outplayed me like, I don't know. But he was so good with him, with Antonio. But most of Antonio players are really bad. And to be honest, he isn't very good. Golda, he does have damage. People like to play him. And that's it. I don't want to talk about him. He's just really bad. His only good thing is his ultimate, and his ultimate doesn't really help him that much. And that's it. He is slow and predictable, and you know, because he's used very often his abilities, has a block free cost, and he's a defender, he gets blocks very, very likely, and that's why you know, that's when you know you can spam him with breakers or just cancel or strikes. Way too much recovery, and his strikes don't do very much, and he has 3 strikes and only 1 very bad breaker. People like to play him and level him up very, very much. They max him out and then play in the, I don't know, Sapphire League and destroy me and other players. But he is not very good. And that's it. Why? Yeah, I'm asking why. Why should anyone play him after his nerf? He is pretty bad. He's okay. Yeah, but he doesn't have really range. Good player can use him very well, but he is not really good. Even his kinda instant strike can be blocked and pretty much got predicted or reacting to it. He is just the biggest trash of trash. He is very slow, no damage, high recovery. That's it. He was one of the first Rangers who came into the game, so that's why he isn't good. No. People like him, but he is bad. No, and no. And that's it. I know it's a little bit weird and controversial in some points, but write down in the comments below if you agree or not. And which Ranger do you think should be higher or lower? So, that's it. And bye.